Hey out there. It is Monster Chappie. How are you guys doing? First video of Madden 16, and this is going to be a new series called In the Lab with Chappie. Episode 1, y'all. We're going to start it real simple. Super simple. But like I said, in order to be great, you got to start with a strong foundation. So, first things first, what is new with these buttons? You know, what's changed? What really affects you? What's new? What's, useful? What's not, etc. So let's go ahead and dive straight into that. First thing you're going to want to do is go to your game controls. And this is how I like to find out what's new, besides looking up stuff online. Look here. Ball carrier, nothing new here. I mean, if you played last year, it's still the same. Passing, there's some major changes, so pay attention. First thing that should stand out to you is L2 or L1 or left trigger or LB, high pass, low pass. Yes, that does make a huge difference. So, just go into practice mode, throw a regular bullet pass on a curl route, then throw it while holding each. And you're going to notice a huge difference. Low pass is going to be by his ankles. High pass, obviously, going to make him jump up a little bit. And each of those has its, strengths and weaknesses depending on the situation. So if you're passing the ball and you want to be great at passing the ball, you need to get used to using the low pass and high pass, as well as the total control passing, which was in last year's game, but it's a little bit different this year as far as using the left stick. So you can combine the left stick as well with the L2 and L1. I just say those because they're easier, but LB and L trigger as well. So that's the big deal there, as well as the QB movement, but that'll be for another video. This is just for the buttons. So with that being said, pretty much the same deal for your pre-play offense. Pre-play defense, everything is the same, but there is one major difference this year, and that is the ability to actually hot route any individual player without clicking on them. So how that works is, and I'll go over in more detail in a future video, but if you want to make a D tackle going to QB spy, you just hit LB, LB, or L1, L1, and then you're going to see buttons come across the screen with your lineman. You click the button that coincides with the lineman that you want to change into a spy. So in this case, you might say A, hit that button, and then go ahead and put him in a spy. You don't have to click around, get stuck on a lineman anymore while you're trying to make adjustments or anything like that. And that's going to be literally a small change, but such a big change, because this allows for your adjustments to be that much quicker, and you're never going to get caught on alignment again once you get used to this. And I mean, oh my gosh, the amount of speed that you're going to be able to do setups with on defense now is pretty much going to be limitless. That was kind of the big thing holding setups back, was you had to maneuver around the field trying to get to the guy. You accidentally go over one too many, and it just messes everything up. But nonetheless, need to be aware of that. Ball in the air on defense. I mean, look, sprint, strafe, defensive assist, SWAT, that's all the same. However, you're going to notice, look at the offense and the defense. What is going on? So on offense, Y is going to be your aggressive catch. That's the one I'm sure you have all heard about already. That's going to be going up for, basically your face catching, or going up and just trying to make a fool out of the defender and getting big on them. That's what that one's for. How about X, aka square? That button right there is going to be your run after the catch. And oh my gosh, let me tell you right now, that is going to be more, it's going to just get you some big plays. Let's just put it that way. If they're playing a lot of zones, you get a guy in between the seams or something, and you use that run after the catch, you're going to have some one-play touchdown possibilities for sure. And then the possession catch. When is that useful? Well, the biggest time is really, there's two big times that I think is going to be useful, and that's going to be near the sidelines when you kind of need the guy to slow down and try to get his feet in, And also, you know, if a guy's coming across the middle and then there's a safety or a linebacker right there ready to make a big hit, I'll go with the possession catch and just go ahead and slide and avoid that big hit altogether. So that's the offensive side. What about the defensive side? Look, you're no longer going to be diving if you hit the what used to be the dive button while the ball is in the air. That's actually now another swat button for you, so you can actually use the X or square button to swat. As well, ball hawk is still Y or triangle. Same deal there as last year. You're going to want to use this when you're absolutely sure that you know, you're in good position to make a play on the ball. You don't want to do this if you're out of position. What you're going to want to do instead is go with the A button, which is the play receiver. And what that does is if you're going against the Calvin Johnson, you know the position is either in favor of Calvin or it's kind of 50-50. In that scenario, you're going to want to play the receiver. And what that's going to do is make your defender attack the receiver instead of attacking the ball, so that when the receiver goes up to try to make a play for it, guess what? Your guy's there to knock the ball out of there, or, you know, make a big hit on him, or whatever the case might be. But nonetheless, you're going to have a lot better chance of slowing down a guy like Calvin Johnson. I played against him last night, locked it up. I don't think I gave up one big play. Just, you know, double teamed him all game. Guy tried to lob it up. We're not having that. So if you're having trouble with stopping somebody using the aggressive catch a lot, literally just have two defenders there and play the receiver. I will be surprised if you give up more than one catch in a game. I will be very, very surprised. But that's just that. Defensive engaged. This is pretty much all the same as last year. Defensive pursuit. Again, more of the same. However, I do want to point out the tackling this year is very different. Even though X, aka square, is the aggressive / dive tackle, and it was last year, you can get a lot more big hits this year. So definitely look for using that more than the hit stick, because the hit stick, you have to be right on the guy, whereas with that X, you can get a big tackle but still cover a decent amount of ground. And of course, your conservative tackle is going to be, you know, that in those situations where you don't have a big hitter, or, you know, you're trying to chase a guy down from behind. But nonetheless, that's the buttons, guys. That's real simple video, but that's the first thing you need to know, because, you know, I can tell you right now, you're going to play against a lot of people that don't know the high-low pass, and a lot of people that don't know the defensive pre-adjustments. Those are going to be your two biggest things, as well as the new catching system while the ball is in the air. So those are the big three things to take away from this video, and make sure you know those three things, if nothing else. And yeah, that is it for your boy Monster Chappie. Feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you want to see in the future from this series. But again, I'm going to be covering everything from the A's to the B's to the zigzags to the Z's, baby. And we're going to be making it happen. Going to have a lot of fun this year, and I'm really excited. And, you know, let's get into it. Peace. Oh, yeah. Drop a comment. Let me know, what player should I get for Mutt? What player do I need on my Mutt team? Like, what is the one must-have player on my Mutt roster? Because I haven't started yet, and we're going to do that together. And I'm going to let y'all know who I think y'all should be getting for Mutt. But anyway, I'm dragging on. Peace, y'all. Y'all take care. We gone.